Hello, Lost people. It's Dave, Lost Farms Homestead. Just taking a bit of a walk out here. I'm at the Homestead in Oklahoma. We're in the back 16 acres back here. Just kind of taking a walk this morning, doing some rucking. Always a good thing to throw the rucksack on and walk with it for a bit. You want to be used to walking with it. You don't want to be having to use it and never have used it before. That's never good. So yeah, just out here doing a morning ruck. It's not too bad out this morning. I mean, it's been really cold the last while, and I mean, it's probably about 45 right now. It's not too bad, but could be a lot colder. So, you know, that and moving around a lot and hauling some weight kind of, you know, makes it not so cold. But yeah, I'm gonna roll through here a little bit and find a spot to sit down and have a little bit of a hangout. So, oh, look at this. You got some, oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Some droppings here. Looks like rabbit. Probably a rabbit coming through here. But oh, hang on, I hung up. There we go. But yeah, so I'm gonna trek through here a bit and find a nice spot to sit down and spend some time with the father, and then we'll talk a bit. So stick around. Thanks. All right, well, here we are. It is beginning of February 2023, and I'm out here on the homestead in Oklahoma, back in the back 16. Yeah, what a world, huh? Man, I'm watching these things that are happening right now, and I'm a bit concerned. You know, we're trying to get back to Arizona. Bit of a breeze right there. We're trying to get back to Arizona right now. But yeah, I'm watching what's happening out there right now, and it's a bit concerning. I mean, we got this whole egg thing going on, you know. I mean, the farms, the chicken farms being burned down, and I mean, still, you know, that's been going on for a while. We got all these chicken farms getting burned down, and government coming through and telling us our chickens have the bird flu and they need to be cold. And I mean, to me, it's just another way to control us. They're just trying to, you know, get rid of all of the self-sufficiency that they can. Yeah, I'm saying if you can have chickens, have them. Another thing I was hearing about was that the chicken feed. I was hearing that specifically Tractor Supply, one of their brands of chicken feed, they removed the protein purposely, and people who have been feeding their chickens this chicken feed, they stopped laying. You know, just another way for them to get into it, you know. And I'm saying, you know, stop using that feed. If you go online and search, there's a couple of different ways that you can make your own chicken feed, or just feed them table scraps. They'll eat table scraps. It's a good way to get rid of a lot of the excess food and compost. You know, they'll eat it and compost it for you, and it'll be great for your gardens. If you do want to continue to feed them chicken feed, I would suggest doing some research and finding a brand that has not removed the protein, or mixing it with other things to compensate for the missing protein. There's a few different things that you can do to that effect. But yeah, just do an online search and you'll see what you need to do. But I'm saying keep chickens if you can do it, if you have the space, if you're not in an HOA, if it's allowed where you're at, keep chickens, keep livestock if you can. For sure, do a garden. It doesn't matter how small your space is. Even if you're an apartment, you can do a garden. You know, you can do container potting. I mean, we grew in containers for several years before we had a place where we could put stuff in the ground. I mean, we still have a lot of stuff that's in containers right now. We had planned to put some stuff in the ground out here, but this ended up not being an ideal situation for us because of other concerns and other things that are work and family related. This ended up not being a good place for us. There's a few videos back, if you want to understand that, you can check that out, and that explains it a little bit more in detail. But I'm not trying to throw my personal life out, so is what it is. But we're trying to get back to Arizona currently, so we have our house up for sale, and we've got people looking at it, and we're looking at a place, and hopefully we'll be in Arizona in the next month or two, Father willing. So, speaking of which, you know, a lot of people that I talk to about the situation that we're in, friends, family, whatever, you know, kind of, oh yeah, made a mistake, oh, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that, whatever. And I mean, I understand that they're just trying to, you know, help out and be helpful, but taking a step back, because I mean, the situation, anytime you find yourself in a situation such as the one that we are in currently, you got to take a step back. And having taken a step back and looking at things, you know, I can compare it to the country, with everything that's going on in the country right now, with this recession, with inflation, with the low employment numbers, lower wages, and all of this stuff going on with wars and rumors of wars and all of that craziness. When I look at the state of this country as far as we have fallen from where we should have been or where we were, after World War II, I'd say that we were in a pretty good place in this country as far as, economically, politically, and spiritually, as in, I don't want to say religion, but as in, belief, the Christian belief system, the family system, all of those things. And due to media and entertainment, sports, music, all of those things have contributed to the moral decay of this country. And comparatively, when I compare my situation to the situation of the country, when I see the things that are happening right now, how we've fallen so far and the state that our country is in, I look at it and what I see is that when we fought and freed the Jews in Europe during World War II, and we fought to free them, and we fought for their freedom and everything, and to get them out of oppression, whatever it was, and we were in a good state, I feel like the Father had his hand over the United States as a country. He was protecting us, and we had his protection. He had his hand on us as a country, and we prospered for a very long time. But we've been falling for the last, I don't know, since like the 50s, 60s, things just started spinning out of control, and I don't even recognize this country from the 80s. I grew up in the 80s, and it was a good time to be alive in the 80s. Things were great, there were a few things that happened here and there that weren't so great, and we had some, threats of wars and whatever else, and I remember all of that, and it wasn't the greatest, but we didn't have women who wanted to be men and men who wanted to be women. We didn't have things like that being taught in the schools where you could choose your gender. This whole gender studies, critical race theory, all of this stuff, I know it's always been there in the background, totally for sure, but it's in your face now. It's all over the television. I don't even watch TV. We have a Netflix subscription and a Hulu subscription, but we have like shows that we watch. We don't, it's not like we're just watching garbage all the time, we have certain shows that we watch, and most of what we watch is like educational type of stuff, how-to stuff, DIY, those kinds of things, but, and a lot of homesteading too. We watch a lot of homesteaders and a lot of preparedness type of stuff, but when I'm watching the shows, the commercials have doubled, and I'm watching the stuff that's on the television, and it's garbage, 100% garbage, and they're pushing this whole vaccine thing, and the LGBT agenda is everywhere, and to me it feels like we're being judged. It feels like the Father is removing his hand from us. And that's what all of this wars and rumors of wars and all of this stuff that's coming around and that's starting to happen, that's what I see happening. I see that the Father has removed his hand from the United States, and we're about to have some judgment because of the state that we're in. And I'm not claiming innocence by any means, and that's kind of what I was just about to get into is, the situation that we're in right now, me and my wife and our family that we're in right now here in Oklahoma, I don't feel like, we made a mistake and we did something foolish and we shouldn't have done what we did. What I feel like is that this was a necessary step in our journey. I feel like it was important for us to come here and to do this in order to take a step back and look at what we've been doing and where we're at, and, how we're doing things. And, the difference between a real believer, Christian believer, and a fake Christian believer is when you see a person standing up saying, I'm religious, I'm great, I'm this, I'm that, I do this all, and I give, and I this, and I that. That person wants you to believe that they're a Christian. The real Christian, I believe, is the one who is saying, I'm so bad, I've done so many bad things, I'm not worthy of any of the things that I have. To me, that's a real Christian. And taking a step back and looking at, I mean, I haven't done anything horribly bad or anything like that, but I mean, I speak badly about the leaders of the country. I really believe that they're doing some foolish things right now and that things are bad, but you're not supposed to talk bad about the rulers of the country. You're not supposed to talk bad about people. You're supposed to try to hold them up and help them. Now, granted, I can't do anything about the things that are happening in Washington other than vote the way that I believe it should be and try to support groups that support those things. However, talking bad about them, especially in front of my child, I mean, she's going to grow up hearing me say these things, and then what kind of thoughts is she going to have when she grows up? It's important for me as her father to set an example, and I haven't been doing the best in that because I have been trash talking the government and the president, and I should not be doing that. There are other things, and like I say, it's not like I'm out, sacrificing animals in the forest or something like that. I haven't been doing bad things like that, but I haven't been the best Christian that I can be. And I feel like this was an important thing in our journey for us to look at the way that we've been doing things, me personally, the way that I've been doing things, and to kind of reflect on that and kind of be grateful, more grateful for the things that we have, and I mean, especially as it pertains to work, because my employment, they've been very gracious in this whole situation and continue to be gracious in this situation, and I'm trying the best that I can to get back to them as quickly as I can, and I'm very grateful to still have that opportunity because it very easily could have been taken from me. And I really need to look at things and be more grateful for the things that I do have and that we do have, and that we have each other as a family, and that we love each other as much as we do. And that also includes going back to our family and to our people and all of those things. And it's just, again, I feel like the Father has taken his hand off of us and let us see how badly we truly need him, and how important it is to have the things that we had and to not take any of that for granted. So that's where I'm at with it. Anyways, man, it's beautiful out here. I am going to miss a lot of this out here. I really wish this could have worked out for us, but it just didn't. So, anyways, as far as the channel, so I know that the channel took kind of a weird turn right here in the last few months, and things have been a little bit crazy. We had a few major setbacks that happened and that kind of threw us off of our course. And I mean, some of it pushed us farther away from the Father when it should have brought us closer to the Father. And I'm starting to see a lot of that now, and starting to reflect on a lot of those things. And there's a lot of things that we really need to get in order. And I feel like this step in our journey has opened our eyes to that, and I think it's a good thing. So, the channel. So on the channel, when we get back to Arizona, the home that we're looking at has some acreage on it, and we're looking at doing some gardens out there, and I want to build some animal pens, and we're going to get some animals out there. I mean, we have the chickens, so we're going to set up a chicken coop out there and do a few other things. So the first videos when we get there is probably going to be like unpacking and then fixing the house, because the house has some issues that need to be fixed with it, and taking care of a few of those things. And then we'll get to the building again, and we want to do some bottle wall stuff, some work with bottle walls, and some earthship type of designs and some stuff like that. And I've got some garden designs in mind and some things that we want to do with that. So we'll get back into the homesteading and the building and the earthship stuff, and we'll be doing that. It won't be a full-on earthship, but it'll be that type of stuff. You know, we're going to do an outdoor kitchen and you know, some other things like that. So we'll get into some of that good stuff, and it'll be good. So I hope you stick around. And again, I know it's, you know, we started off with the earthship thing, and a lot of you probably started following us because of the earthship. And it was just massive aspirations, and it was a lot of things that I really wanted to do, and it just turned out to be a lot more work than we had expected. And not to say that we're giving up, it's just that we literally cannot afford it right now. It's just too expensive to do it. So, you know, blame Biden. Oh, there I go again. I'm talking bad about the leadership of the country. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mocking it. I'm just calling myself out. So I really need to watch that, especially in front of the kids. But anyways, so yeah, I am gonna miss this place. It's very beautiful here. But we hope you'll continue to watch our channel, see what we're doing next. Might be a little while before I put out another video because we're in the process of trying to sell the house and take care of stuff, and I'm in and out of town all the time for work, so it makes it difficult. And I know it's been an excuse for a while, but I'm trying to get away from that. So, but we hope you'll continue to watch our videos. So like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.